The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Welcome to a soggy Frederick Douglass High School. It's football playoff weather, Madison Central and Frederick Douglass. I'm Chris LeBar. He's KJ Jones. Welcome to the show. KJ, this is a Madison Central team. They're different than they've been earlier this year.
Yeah, they're different because they've won 2 road playoff games already, and they're carrying a lot of momentum coming into this game. So this is different than years past, and they have a real shot to make it all the way this year.
They defeat Bryan Station last night, 21-19, last week rather, by 2. Attempting 1 pass.
Yeah, and that really just shows how good of a team they are, attempting 1 pass and being able to go on the road and get a big win like that, especially in the environment at a Bryan Station.
This is a Frederick Douglass team.
For the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglass High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
The state semifinal berth on the line tonight as Douglass hosts Madison Central. And Nathan McPeak, I know last week, certainly not the start that you guys wanted, but a good response in the meat of the game. What are your takeaways on that win versus GRC last week?
Hopefully we learn that you can't come out and play like that. I could sense it in warm-ups with our kids. We didn't have a bad week of practice at all. It was actually really good. But I could sense it in warm-ups, kind of their lack of energy and lack of focus. I was trying to get them back, right before the game in the locker room, but I just, couldn't do it. And we started out very poorly. And give GRC credit. They gave us some different things from when we played 3 weeks ago, like any good staff would, and they got a good staff. And they gave us some issues. I shouldn't have went for it on 4th down on my own 20. That's kind of dumb, but I was trying to prove a point to get us going. We got to make a yard, with the backs and linemen that we have. I don't care how many guys they put in there. We got to be able to do that. So really frustrated early, but I thought we did a really, really good job after that. We had a great second quarter. Defense come up with a good stop on 4th down and kind of rolled from there. Some of that I think was them, at the end of the second quarter giving us that other touchdown. But, Jackson executed a 2-minute drill under a minute flawlessly and got out of bounds and made a heck of a throw to Avion to put us up really, multiple scores at halftime. I thought the game was kind of over after that. So, but we can't start out like that this week. Our kids know that. We got to start out much faster against a really good opponent that likes to possess the ball in time of possession. So, it's something that we got to make sure we come out and do a better job of.
Second time in 6 weeks, you'll take on Madison Central. What has been the formula for them to play so well of late?
I give Coach Blair and the staff credit just because they've went to an offense that suits their kids, suits what they have in their school. They're a wing T base, wishbone principal team, and it's not something you see a whole lot of. You see, Coach McKee over at, Scott do that, but they're kind of, I think, doing a lot of those types of principles, that they do with possessing the football, limiting your possessions, and just kind of grinding the clock. To me, a big key in this game is 1st down defense. And then obviously, we can't turn it over. Teams that turn it over in November aren't going to last very long. So the 40, 45 plays we hopefully get tonight, they got to be efficient. You got to put up touchdowns and not field goals and empty trips in the red zone. When you look at, when we played last time, we had a missed field goal. The game really changed after that. And then red zone inside the 20. So, you can't do that with, having limited possession. So something that we got to really button up. We focused on this week in practice. So hopefully, we can come out and get it done.
In their win versus Station last week, they had 1 pass attempt. What do you take from that?
Yeah, they threw it a little bit more against us the first time than what they had been. So I still think they'll throw it a little bit. I think a big factor tonight is the wind. How much wind do we have in what direction? Because obviously it's, middle of November, late November, so you're going to have cold weather and windy conditions here in Kentucky. So I think that's a factor too. It's really on coaching to kind of see where we're at with the wind. But again, they're going to keep it on the ground 95% of the time, but they'll take a few shots. And, and I don't blame them. We've not been great in the secondary at times this year and kind of got lost in some coverage things. So we got to prove that we can cover that. And you do have a lot of one-on-one matchups out there because of their heavy run plays. So you got to really commit to stop the run or you're not going to win. So, but, they're not going to, surprise you in the passing game. They're pretty simple in what they do. But we do expect them, to throw it a little bit more than once, hopefully.
One of your strengths on defense has been Logan Busen. To describe his senior year, it seems like he's just been all over the field at times.
Yeah, he's had a great career. He's a great kid. Bucknell's getting great, not only football player, but a great person. He's got a great family, and he very proud of him and the year that he's had. And really, he's had 3 great years. He started since he was a sophomore for us. He knows everything about the game of football. He comes from a football family. And, I know he plays basketball too, but his brothers play football. And, he just knows the game inside and out. And a lot of kids nowadays don't know a lot about football inside and out. And that really helps Logan help get us lined up, and he can play faster because he knows what's going on in the game. So I'm really proud of him. We didn't have him the first time we played, so I think, that's going to be a factor too of just getting us lined up. He was hurt in that game, and we also didn't have Ishmael Najee. So, we were missing 2 key pieces at the linebacking core last time we played, so hopefully that can make a difference tonight.
Don't want to get too far ahead, but I know you had to pay attention to some of those crazy outcomes last week.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. What do you foresee tonight in terms of other games?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that you'll see quite the upsets from last week. But, yeah, I was definitely upset. And I told our kids all week, in the way we started in the first game, or first quarter, the second round in Kentucky playoffs is the most tricky. You have the most upsets in round 2. Typically by round 3, you have a lot of people that, are really there for that reason. They're pretty good. So, but 6A is crazy this year. I mean, it's kind of been up and down all year. I think several teams can win it. Just who's playing right, hot. Yeah, it was a really crazy weekend. I was really shocked by the Manual score, really shocked. I thought Ballard would have a chance to win because Mel's pretty banged up, and they did. They won in overtime. But the Manual game really, really, was a major upset in my opinion.
Best of luck tonight. Thanks.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Be right back after this on Glycod.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You can get a jump start on end-of-year savings right now from Cartown Kia.
New 2025 Kia Sorento, just $329 down and $329 per month. Or the hot new 2025 Kia K4, just $229 down and $229 per month. Plus financing for 1.9% for up to 60 months or $3,000 off select models.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Don't miss the season of new traditions at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hot.
Where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Alongside KJ Jones, I'm Chris LeBar, and welcome back to Frederick Douglass High School. So glad you joined us tonight. Round 3 of the playoffs, the winner on to next week's semifinal, and it's always a treat. And you've been there, KJ, to practice Thanksgiving weekend.
It's always a treat. This is what you work for all season. This is what all the hard work has been for. You start lifting in around January, February, and this is what it all comes down to, is right here.
You would certainly expect weather to be a factor, and it certainly is. And the proud partners at Lexington Outdoor Power, proud to sponsor tonight's weather forecast for all of your outdoor maintenance needs. Contact them at 859-246-0051. They offer the right equipment for the right job, and it is downright chilly. And the higher you get, which we're well elevated here, it is very cool. It is very windy. Temps in the low 40s, and even a slight mist occurring as well.
Yeah, and you can see it in the lights out there. I was thinking a little bit of before, maybe we'll get a game how we did last night, that good AFC North matchup, but definitely very chilly out here, and you can definitely see the precipitation coming down.
Hearing Coach McPeak talk about his Douglas team, and the bar is so high here, and they expect a state championship appearance almost every season, and really in the last few weeks they've not played a complete game.
Yeah, they haven't, and as he said, they got off to a slow start last week, and in the playoffs, in an atmosphere like this, you can't get off to a slow start because the next team is ready to punch you in the mouth, and if you get down too much, as Bryan Station did last week, it can be hard to overcome and get back in the game.
Broncos are 8-4 on the season. They're going to take on this Madison Central team. We'll talk more about them in the next segment. For the second time in 6 weeks, and for Douglas, Jackson Stroutman, he's had his ebbs and flows at the quarterback position, but when they've needed to make plays, he's done it And predominantly with his legs.
Yeah, he has. When you have a quarterback that can just extend the play like that, it really goes a long way because the play breaks down, and then you have another threat with him running the ball, and the defense isn't prepared for that because they're taking away everything down the field. So that really puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Broncos and the Indians. We'll talk more about this upstart Madison Central team. They're coached by William Blair in his second season, and they are playing splendid football. We'll dissect Madison Central on the other side of this timeout from Glycod.
Glycod on YouTube is sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
At Don Franklin, we're about